Welcome everyone. This is Yarmouth Frame and Gallery. My name is Beth and we are here today to interview Peter Yesis.
Hi there.
Hi, nice to have you in the gallery, Peter.
Honored to be here.
It's our pleasure.
Honored.
No, we've been getting a lot of really lovely feedback, and I know you're wanting to hear the story like we always do, and Peter's story is pretty remarkable, so let's just start with that, Peter.
Go right in. So I guess where I started is in a commercial art school right after high school.
Okay.
But I knew, and I didn't have the confidence to do more. So right off the bat,
it's frightening.
It was very frightening.
It's frightening to think that
right.
now.
I thought I'd be Norman Rockwell.
Yeah.
And did I'm going to go to New York with my portfolio.
Yeah.
I did that whole thing. Never turned out, but
so you did go. You did try.
I did try, but
Okay.
it never panned out for anything.
Oh.
And shortly after that, it was just the realization that I better find something.
Yeah, wasn't the right time.
Yeah, better find
Yeah.
something else. Make a jump ahead a few years. I walked into an engineering office because I had art school boardwalk.
Yes, the drawing skills.
Drawing and lettering. I was able to get a job drafting with an engineering office, and then learned electrical engineering and
Oh, wow.
all. But then the itch came back at 50, and I told my wife on vacation one day in Nova Scotia, out of the blue.
Oh, you sprung it on her.
I did, and I just said, I want to be an artist. And
So
surprisingly for some, but
Yeah.
not so much for me, she just said she was waiting for that. She
knew.
was all for it. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, was it like in a lull in like the life?
It was more that one Monday morning meeting too many.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
And
I mean, you hear about that all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, and it just seemed like the right time, and it was really, life's too short. You want to do
Thank
what
you. Right. Yeah.
Do what
Gotta
you
follow
love.
your heart.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So what did that look like?
well, knowing my wife, you make a plan. We made a 5-year plan. It involved seeing if my skills were up to par.
Right. Gotta dust them off.
Dust them off, see what it is. I tried it portraiture, and they turned out very well.
Nice.
Won a few awards. Almost made it to 5 years, before actually quitting the job. But it was develop your skills. What do you want to do? And then, okay, now.
It had to feel good. It
Had
had
to
to
start.
feel like some sort of new lease on life. Like
It was definitely,
light
it's
at
like
the
an
end of the tunnel.
opening where you said, now here's your opportunity.
right.
And you walk through those doors, and it's like, well, you don't know what to expect, but you know it's an opportunity and you want to do it, so you
Yes.
just go.
Well, and it's interesting that you bring up the support part as well, because
Could not do it
so
without her.
many artists struggle.
I don't
you
know how single artists or artists who do that on their own
Not to
manage
have that.
it all.
Yep, exactly. I mean, you can get yourself so far, but if you are actually in a relationship that doesn't support or
Would
undermines
make it
or
so. I don't know how
can you
to do
imagine?
it.
Yeah.
Luckily,
no,
I don't
you don't
have to. Yes.
right.
No, she has been the foundation.
Oh,
that
that's
I can
beautiful.
stand on. Yes.
And how long have you guys been married?
Oh gosh, close
Should
to
I ask?
46 years.
Okay.
Plus 4 dating, so
Oh,
coming up
sweet.
on 50 together.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
lovely.
Yep.
Not many can say that either.
No, and like I said, I just can't imagine doing this without her.
Oh, that's really nice. And you've come such a long way
Oh.
since then. So since you finally quit the job,
Right.
how many years has it been?
Oh, 17 now?
Okay.
17, 18.
And you're in several galleries.
Several galleries here in Maine, and
You did the whole move to Maine.
that's a whole nother story.
Right.
Yeah, but we did it. Well, we came to Maine specifically because we wanted to get back to the East Coast,
Yeah.
because we're both East Coast people. And the art world in Maine, the art community in Maine is just so vibrant.
Isn't it?
It's so welcoming.
Right.
And it's an opportunity for artists. I mean,
Exactly.
people come here. Maine has something that other states I don't think have, is that they come here looking for art of Maine.
That's true.
And
I don't know, because I haven't done this in any other state but Maine, but I know Maine has so many different tiers for beginners
oh yes,
and intermediates.
Oh, yes.
And,
you can
top-notch
find your level.
gallery.
You can find your level.
And you can grow.
You can grow. You can be taught.
I think you have every opportunity to meet the people that can support. And,
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Just get out there and start looking.
Yeah.
There's groups, plein air painters of Maine.
Mm-hmm.
There's teachers and
You know,
most of the artists.
We should talk about that because it was on the list to talk about all of the plein air benefit events that are available. in
Available
Maine.
on all over. I mean, Cape Elizabeth is probably the biggest and most well known.
It's the wet paint.
The wet.
So you go out for the day.
Yes.
You paint.
You have
it's
3
wet.
days actually.
Well, you have 3 days.
3 days.
Okay.
You do one painting.
All right.
And you do it as large as you can.
Mm-hmm.
It benefits their sanctuary areas around.
Oh, that's beautiful. So
Cape
it's like
Elizabeth.
conservancy.
Right. Then Camden has one now, which is for the Camden Library,
Very nice.
which the community just turns out for. It's
The library was my second home.
it's
Every library.
that is one of my favorite events because of the turnout
Yes.
and the enthusiasm that collectors and artists and just people of the community can come
Right.
and see.
I'm going to talk about your paintings
Oh, okay.
because, do you know this or not, this was my backyard growing up. I grew up in Machias and Calais, the Acadia, and this one is Katahdin.
That's Katahdin, yeah.
Yeah, my father was a teacher, so this is where I was all summer,
Lucky
in the
you.
middle of this. Is so Maine. I mean,
Yes.
this is what Maine feels like. It's thick and lush. And so tell us about this.
The softer realism, it's
Yeah,
not tight
thank
like
you.
photographic.
Exactly.
But it's not as impressionistic with broad, loose brushwork. But it is interpretive. It has a mood and hopefully a story, something that a viewer can get lost in.
Yeah, well, I know I can because, every time I want a childhood memory, I take a look at this. My father was a senior Maine guide.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So, we'd get in a boat and we'd go up lake and fish and, do all of that.
Oh,
So,
wonderful.
yeah,
Wonderful. I should
it was
put
pretty
you in.
amazing. I know, I could be right there. My father, definitely.
That is one of the
And
things
my mother,
I like.
the whole family.
That's one of the things I try to do is as if the viewer was standing next to me.
Very nice.
And we're sharing this.
Mm-hmm.
And they may be inspired by, the blue of the sky.
Exactly.
But I may be on the reflections of the water.
Right.
And to me, a good painting is you'll come back to it
Mm-hmm.
and maybe you'll see yourself as a memory,
Exactly.
or one day you'll be on the sky or the mountains, or
Yeah.
every day you look at a painting like
Well,
this.
and it's Maine, so
And
we
it's
have
Maine.
hunters, we have fishermen, we have hikers, we've got.
There's so much more to Maine. I can't run out of subject matter.
And I have to say, to me, I've been to other states and other parts of the world, but Maine is really like a big community.
Oh,
It's
yes.
different here.
It is different here, and it's welcoming.
Yes.
I mean, you cross the bridge from New Hampshire,
Well,
it says
and
welcome home.
It does, but I know Mainers like their space.
Yes, yes.
As long as you don't get too close.
Right,
good.
right. We can all share.
Right.
Just don't come too close, right?
Which brings me to the other thing. I really want to hear the story on this because you're our second artist to do the Maine Allagash Wilderness Waterways
Right.
Artist in Residency.
Artist in Residency.
It's a long thing to say, but
Right.
it is so well worth it.
It is, and it is Maine that you normally would not see. It's the Allagash Wilderness Waterway, 100 miles of wilderness. You get to stay in a cabin, one room cabin, but you're off grid.
Yep.
You stay for 14 days. A year later, you present them with a painting.
Mm-hmm.
But those 14 days, and
It's
you
like
get
heaven.
around by canoe.
Oh, beautiful.
So the inspiration is unlimited. The challenges are
As unlimited.
as
too.
unlimited. You have to be as creative to get through the day as you do with your paintings.
Yes.
Yeah. Just the challenges of searching for places
Yeah.
in a canoe
Right. Right. Exactly.
and getting back.
Your compass is handy.
Yes,
and
yes,
all of the everythings.
Yes, and luckily my wife was able to come with me. And,
Oh, that's lovely.
She, just the two of us alone up there, but just, I couldn't do it without her up there either.
Well, you probably could, but
Oh, I
it's
don't
much
know.
more enjoyable.
It was.
Yeah, no, it's always nice to have a companion and to share that
yeah.
and the whole thing, the experience, all of it.
All of it, and having a set of 4 eyes
Oh,
rather than
exactly.
two to see things
Yes.
and to point things out. Yeah.
How quiet.
Oh, you can
Crystal.
hear your heartbeat.
Yeah,
That's how quiet
that's
it is.
beautiful.
And the days that were nice were really nice. The water could be calm and mirror-like.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And then very next day,
Yeah, could be
the wind
rough and
kicks up
ready.
the water and you have white caps.
Yeah.
But and you can camp, from as you go down the stream or upstream. So it's just so many choices. Now I want to do a series.
Yes.
Just
Yes.
of,
Tell us what you got out of that beyond just the.
the going up and being able to paint, but also sketching out your ideas.
Right.
I had to kind of adjust how I go about things. So I did a lot more sketching, some color studies also, and then a lot of photography. And between all those things, I can just feel and see a series developing,
Yes.
but I'd like to go back like different times of the year.
Yes.
Do a summer series,
Yeah.
a fall series, a winter, spring.
So you're talking black fly season.
Yes, of course.
Mosquito season.
I'll have a guy in a rowboat canoe slapping his head,
Exactly. And did you do any journaling?
My wife's a writer,
She's the
as you know.
writer, yes.
And won an award for it.
Nice.
But yes, she went up and journaled our experience up there. And we were in the cabin of a woman who actually lived in the cabin and wrote different books. Dorothy Boone Kidney. Was the wife of the dam tender. And their one-room cabin is where we stayed. So Kim is journaling
she was channeling that energy.
She's channeling Dorothy at Dorothy's table.
And I know how open your wife is to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
beautiful.
She can record and write experiences like that, like nobody else.
I'm glad you had such a wonderful experience.
Oh yes, I can't wait to go back.
And that you are on this beautiful journey as an artist, finally, full force.
Full force, full time. Doing anything else now.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that I've forgotten to ask or that you'd like to share?
No, I'm just grateful to be in a gallery like this. I mean, it's a beautiful space. You have excellent artists around, so it's always good to be in that.
Yes.
Yes. And I just wish more people would come and see it.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. And thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.